Today we speak with the son of a legend, also a close friend of Jeremy's. They grew up in the amateurs together, his father, that is. We speak with Shane Mosley Jr. Not only does this guy look just like his father, except on a taller frame, he's just as tenacious as a boxer and has been in the game a long time, looking to make his own mark in the sport. Let's get into this. What's up, man?
What's up, brother?
How you doing?
I'm doing great.
Wow, I know you hear this all the time, but the resemblance to your father is crazy. The voice, everything, crazy.
Yeah. You get that with having him,
The,
be all like a part of your life for however many years.
because my partner, my partner Jeremy, who's coming in right now, he grew up. He came up with Oscar with Shane. So when we talked to your dad recently, he looked like your grandfather, because he kind of looks like your grandfather. Shane does. Now you look like him, and it's just, man, it's crazy how that just gets passed on.
Yeah,
Oh.
absolutely.
So where are you located right now? Where are you at?
I live in Las Vegas, so I'm in Las Vegas right now.
Okay. And you grew up in California, right?
Yeah, Pomona, California.
Okay, same as your dad. Okay, and so let's start from the beginning. How old were you when you first? This is probably a dumb question because you grew up in boxing, but how old were you when you first walked into a gym and started actually working out and you know?
15 years old.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you didn't really mess around with it before that.
No, I mean, of course I would be at the gym and do like little stuff with my dad or, you know, mess around, but like nothing to the extent of like actually training and preparing for like an amateur fight or anything like that. I had that first experience when I was 15. One of my buddies, invited me to the gym to spar, and ended up, you know, getting a bloody nose and loving it. So, it's one of
Okay.
those things.
There's Jeremy. Jeremy, you recognize this young fella?
What's up, Jeremy?
Uh, yes.
It's his son.
You look like Shane. Shit, I knew you
Yeah.
since before you were born. Yeah, me and your dad were in camp. I remember we were in camp in Colorado Springs, and he was like, "Man, I'm getting my girl pregnant."
Yeah. So you must have heard my
But
mom
we was,
calling up,
yeah, he was young, 17,
bugging
18.
the whole team. I know
Every
my mom was calling
day,
every day.
every day.
I need to talk to Shane.
But she, yeah, I've known Shane since since we were
Oh
maybe
wow, wow,
10,
Wow.
11.
long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you asked me and your dad sparred together a couple times.
Is that what
Beat
you
the
tell
brakes off
everybody?
him. But that's what I tell everybody. He probably whooped my ass, but
Did you guys really
I would never,
move around?
I
Because there's
never
big
admit it.
weight
Your
difference.
dad, yeah. Not when we were
Oh,
kids. I was
right.
little.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, Shane was little, but I was, I was 100
So
pounds,
Shane was telling me
110
that
pounds,
so
something like that.
you started boxing at 15, and is that how old you were when you had your first amateur fight?
No, I had my first amateur fight when I was 17 years old. I had just turned 17 years old. Is when I had my first amateur fight.
Wow.
How was that for you?
It was
How'd that
nerve-wracking
feel?
because I fought in Compton, California, with a guy from there, and so my first experience was that, and getting that whole experience and everything was definitely tough.
You grew up in
Yeah, I grew up
Pomona,
in
or
Pomona.
where'd you grow up?
Well, so like I was born and raised in California, but we lived in a city called Laverne, California.
Okay.
But I would always be back and forth.
Okay.
No, I know where Laverne is. I don't know
Yeah.
where it is, but I know I've heard of it.
So what weight were you as an
That's
amateur when
cool.
you first started fighting?
My first amateur fight was at 152.
Okay.
Yeah.
Two?
you're
Oh, yeah,
and how
15.
tall are you now?
6'1".
You're tall.
How in the hell are you
I
6'1"?
don't know.
He's like, I don't know.
How tall is your mom?
5'4".
Wow.
How tall is your
There we go.
grandpa on your,
I don't know.
mom's side?
He's tall.
Somebody,
What's Shane? About 5'9"? Senior?
5'9" with shoes on.
ish. I said ish. Good Grandpa Jack is like 6 foot, maybe.
5'10", maybe 5'11", maybe.
Jeremy, did he train you at all?
Who, my
Yeah.
Oh,
Jack, no, but we trained. No, we didn't train yet. He trained Shane, and my dad trained me, and then I would beat Shane up every few months.
Right.
Exactly. That little bastard beat the shit out of me.
So how many amateur fights did you end up having total?
50.
50. 50. Okay.
Yeah, 50.
Okay. And so who trained you primarily?
My grandfather.
Okay. 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 And so the whole time you're at 54, or did you go up?
Yeah, I ended my my career, my amateur career at 165.
Okay.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's
Oh,
bigger.
I mean, I'm way bigger than my dad.
Yeah. Way bigger.
Is that because your mom's side big people? I mean, normal
Well,
size
I mean,
people, but that ain't
I mean, I'm Moro. So like my mom's side is so like I'm Islander.
Oh.
So like Islanders. Chamorro.
Islander,
Yeah.
like,
No. Chamorro, like from Guam.
Oh.
Well, so Chamorros are they're from the Marian. Yeah. The Marian Islands. So like so it's like Melanesian and stuff like that. Wow. Hey, Artie.
That's cool.
Well,
a
I got a whole lot going on right now. So I have a dog. I have my 2 sons. My family just came in. I'm trying to. Hey. Honestly, like I'm trying to get this in because I've been telling y'all for the longest time I was going to jump on this.
Yeah.
And
We appreciate it.
Yeah, I wanted to jump on here with you.
Appreciate it.
All the commotion, but I'm just trying to get it in. You know.
No, it's all good. It's all good. No, life happens. I get it.
well, we can make it quick. When you fight,
fingers crossed. Hopefully, in April.
Hopefully.
No, he's had a
this
bunch.
be your first pro fight, your third.
Wait, hold on. Hold. You talking about like when? Like, what do you mean? I'm confused.
No, he's had a bunch of pro fights.
I have 26 professional fights. I'm 32 years old. I had 26 professional fights.
Now he's muted. I knew that. Right. So you said you're at 26 pro fights now. So, and you started when you turned pro. How old were you? Because you started a little later, right? As a pro.
I turned pro at 24 years old. I'm 30. I'm 32 now.
Okay.
So I'm on my 9th year as a pro. I'm going to, in April is actually my 9th year.
Okay. Didn't you do some modeling, if I remember correctly?
No.
No, I thought you.
Serious. I mean, like I've done like, little things like for like, but like nothing serious.
Nothing serious. Okay.
Primarily I'm a boxer, man. I'm a fighter.
You're a fighter. Is there anybody that you've like coming up that you sparred with? Some big names you could tell us about? Some cool.
Yeah. I mean, I've sparred with Canelo Alvarez. I've sparred with Badu Jack. I've sparred with Caleb Plant. I've sparred with a lot of guys, man. It's
these are all at 60?
Yeah, 60, 65 or 68. Badu Jack was he's the cruiserweight champion of the world right now. So
Right, he's a big
yeah.
guy. So are you having any problems keeping it 60 or 68?
No, I'm gonna be I'm gonna be a 60-pound world champion.
So you don't have any problems making the weight?
No.
Beautiful.
I mean, the only reason why I fought at 68 was because the opportunity was there. I mean, I want to be a middleweight world champion. Like, that's the goal. And there's always, later on after I reach that goal, I plan on moving forward and of course going to 68. But my plan is to be a middleweight world champion first.
Okay. I mean, yeah, it's a
Yeah.
it seems like the talent, the bangers are more at 68 right now, right?
Listen, if you're at a top level, it's always going to be bangers. There's always going to be people that are very, very talented. So you gotta beat whoever's there.
Right.
You gotta beat who's ever there. So that's what I plan on doing, man.
Yeah, no,
Of
course.
Nothing wrong with that
of
at all.
course. So your last fight, what was it on again? What network? I know it was televised. I forget what.
The Zone.
The Zone. Okay. Did you have a deal with them, or just fight by fight?
No. So I'm with Golden Boy. So Golden Boy's my promoter, and so they have a deal with the Zone, or at least that's what it seems.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, they get their fights with the Zone, and I fight on the Zone.
So if you could pick your next fight, anybody, who would it be?
Don't necessarily matter.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't necessarily matter, no.
Yeah, it kind of does. It's all about money and going forward. Forward meaning up. So you need to make and take fights. They're gonna propel your career as well as teach you in the ring.
I could respect.
So
Okay. So
I could
how about
respect.
this? If you could fight anybody in history, just a fictional whatever, who would it be?
Superman.
Can
You
I
said fiction.
And you spar with him, right?
Mhm.
You said.
Yeah.
And what did you remember? Like, what stood out sparring with him?
He is a ring general. Like he is the epitome of what a ring general is. So he knows his space. He knows how to fight in every area of that ring. He was surprisingly really, really sharp. I wasn't, when we had sparred, I just wasn't expecting him to be as sharp as he was. He's like incredibly sharp.
When was this?
Just like punches.
Good.
Like his punches were like ridiculously sharp.
When was this that you sparred?
It was years ago, man. Years ago. He's progressed.
Yeah.
Like tremendously since we've sparred, but still, even then, ridiculous. Like just ridiculous talent. So,
how do you see the Benavidez and Plant fight going?
I believe if they are who's ever best on their game and who implements their game plan to the best of their ability. I know that that's kind of a politically correct answer, but I feel like it's the truth. No, it is. So I think that both of them are really, really talented fighters. They wouldn't be where they are if they weren't. And honestly, Caleb has beautiful boxing ability. He's super duper sharp in the ring. He's also general in there. And then you have Benavidez, who commands the ring, and that guy is just a wrecking ball.
Mm-hmm.
So where I see the fight really being who takes control is the feet. Who can set the feet, who can land those shots. And if Caleb is boxing to the best of his ability, he could box anybody. You know what I mean? I mean, he got 11 good rounds in with Canelo.
Right.
Of course, you know what I mean. Canelo eventually knocked him out, but before then, he was boxing great.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then you know what I mean. After that, he comes in and fights. Why can't I think of his name right now? Anthony Durrell, and puts on a performance like that, which was incredible, like crazy. Nobody's expecting.
Surprising, yeah, that
Yeah,
was surprising.
Nobody's.
Have you moved
like that.
around with Caleb Plant before?
Yeah.
Okay. And so what stood out with him that you remember? Just more like the smarts, the footwork?
Intelligent, like I said, boxing IQ, ring general. He fights when he wants to. He's sharp in areas. I would say the punch placement is really, really good for him, which is important. And all those things are gonna, what works for guys like David Benavidez. Now, with that being said, David is just a monster, like his name implies. He's the Mexican monster, man. And if you let him get his feet set or let those combinations, fly, you're gonna have a problem on your hands.
Have you moved around with him before?
Yes, I have.
Ooh, you've been moving around with everybody. So was the power?
I told you I'm a veteran in this game, man. I'm on my 9th year, man. I'm a vet.
Yeah, yeah, you move around a lot. So with Benavidez, was the power really? I mean, what stood out when you moved around with him the most?
Yeah. What stood out to me really more so than the power was the speed of his punches. The speed of his punches were really, really incredibly fast.
Mm-hmm.
I could say because I have good foot movement, I was able to, not be in spaces as much, but dude was fast and was strong.
And big. I mean, he was taller than you, right? By an inch or so?
Oh yeah. Yeah. So he's just a much bigger dude. And I mean, not to just throw this out there, but I mean, he was a little bit bigger, than me at the time as well. So, nevertheless, he punched hard and was super duper fast. So,
yeah, I think he's very impressive. Have you moved around with any of the Charlos?
No.
Okay.
But I've moved.
How do you feel? How do you feel? How do you feel?
I love
working with your grandfather.
I love it. He's a very animated trainer, and I really, really love doing that. But my coach now is Coach Bones Adams.
Oh, Lil Bones?
Yeah,
I've known Bones since I was
Bones is
12 years old.
Shout out to
Bones. He's very good trainer. Very good trainer. Very good kid. He knows boxing back and forth.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah. No, I've known him for 40 years, maybe.
So,
35 years.
Of all your fights, which one would you say was which one were you most proud of? Like, what fight were you most proud of?
Gabriel Rosado.
Okay.
Gabriel Rosado.
What about that exactly?
Well, I did what a lot of people felt like I couldn't. They felt like I couldn't beat a guy like him, and so for me that was very rewarding.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was knocked out. 168.
What weight did you fight at?
Yeah.
Okay. 68.
So on the flip side of that, what fight would you say was your most disappointing?
Probably either Brandon Adams or Jason Quigley. Now that I think of it, probably more so Jason Quigley. I felt like I won that fight, and I felt like that was when like my career was going to take off, and I was going to be on my way to being a world champion and all this stuff, and it didn't end up happening the way that I did. But hey, I'm here now. I mean, I've gotten 2 wins since then, and I put myself in the win column back in the column of, having
Right.
a good name. So, I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah. So what is the biggest difference between Bones and Jack? Or Grandpa Jack?
My grandfather is stylistically, I think he's more of a boxer. And then Bones is more just like, I feel like he kind of helps me be both a fighter and a boxer. Yeah. I feel like
Box the punch.
my grandfather just, I don't think he means to, but like his style just naturally is like more so boxing. He's like on your toes and very like moving.
Ring movement. Da, da, da. Bones wants you to sit down and get dirty with, and you obviously want to get dirty with
A little
people in
bit.
the ring,
I
right?
probably like it a little bit more than I should.
Little bit.
But I feel like
Yeah.
what suits me and my height and my style, it's probably more so boxing. So I probably it would serve me better if I did that. But in a boxing match, a fight breaks out, so you got to have that ready.
So like, no, that's totally true.
Yeah.
So like, so being the son of a legend fighter, I'm curious, coming up as a fighter yourself, did you find that people tried to test you more, or did you find like that you kind of got more respect off the bat more? Or
I got tested way more.
Yeah.
Like when I show up to tournaments, like there was guys that didn't even want to win the tournament; they just wanted to be me. Like we don't even care about this. We like this tournament. Like I'm trying to beat him. And literally, they would tell me like, I'm like, the only reason why I'm here is because I want to beat you.
Damn.
Wow. How many amateur tournaments you win?
Zero. I would have to say I've been to more tournament finals than any, and I would always lose in the finals. But it is what it is.
Right.
Was that because of the style you were fighting at the time, or was that just
I think that they were just better, man.
maybe a little bit
You know what I mean? Like you gotta call a spade, and I think that you're just better. I think that I was learning on the job. You know what I mean? Like and so I probably could have fought different or better or train harder, whatever the case is. But none of that really matters. I mean, like I'm 19 and 4 as a pro. I have one BKB fight that I won. So you know what I mean? Like
did
I
you
actually
like that
wanted it to be
BKB?
bare knuckle. So it was initially supposed to be bare knuckle because it's supposed to be big knockout boxing or something like that. So bare knuckle boxing. That's what it's supposed to be. Because they wanted to have it in Las Vegas, they didn't end up. Las Vegas didn't approve of it, so they ended up just like scrapping it and saying big knockout boxing.
Wow. So you wanted to do bare knuckle?
Yeah, I eventually want to do a bare knuckle fight.
I'm curious because like I was a former fighter and like I would not want to go anywhere near that. I'm curious, like what about that do you like?
I mean, I don't know. I just think that it's another form of fighting. Like I mean, I'm about to teach this class at Syndicate MMA. I teach boxing at a MMA gym. I love fighting. I mean, I watch MMA all the time. Like,
I was about to ask you, would you ever go into MMA?
I would love to do a UFC fight, specifically.
Yeah, Jeremy had. Would you have like 5 fights, 6, 7? So have you, Shane? Have you trained MMA yet? Like all the holds? Yeah.
That was the first thing that I did when I set out to train at be a coach syndicate was to take every class that they had and then train with the pros. So I did 2 months training with the pros there.
Okay.
And so I ended up not doing it because obviously if I want to be a world champion in boxing, I mean, like, I just can't train like they do. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'll, roll something saying? Or if I'm rolling with a guy or he kicks me in the knee or whatever, stuff happens. So I just figured, not best for my career if I'm going to take that seriously.
Right.
Now, when I retire and stuff like that, and I want to, have another career, I can, move on, or, I become a world champion multiple times over, and I asked Dad, hey, what it look like? You know what I mean? Like, hey, Dad, what it look like, man? I'll fight CM Punk or whatever that guy's name is.
Yeah. So you love fighting. When you were growing up, did you get in a lot of fights, like at school, whatever?
No, I love. Look, I would never like. It is stupid to fight on the street. Why would I ever fight on the street? I am a prize fighter. I'm gonna prevent myself from fighting at any cost.
Right.
Okay, at any cost, I want to never fight on the street. That is the stupidest thing that you could ever do. Why would I fight for free when I could get paid to
Sure.
fight?
What about when you were like in high school, junior high school? Did you get in a lot of fights then?
So I got into one fight in high school. It happened in the bathroom in high school. But it was stupid. We got over it. We became friends after that. Honestly, after we fought, we became good friends.
Okay.
What
No.
high school?
I went to a school called Bonita High School in Laverne. Yep.
Oh,
and
Laverne.
so after we fought, me and my guy became good friends, man. I think we was probably pretty good friends after that.
So before you started actually boxing, like you said, people would test you in the gym. Would people test you because of who your dad was before you were even a fighter, just like at school and shit? Try and call you out?
Yeah. That's just the nature of the game. I mean, you see that nowadays, with media, giving people platforms to, say all kind of crazy shit. Right, all kind of crazy shit on the internet, and then if you see them in person, they're just the nicest people ever.
Right.
So but
was there any fight of your dad's that you went to maybe growing up that made you be like, I really want to do this. This is what I want to do. Being there in the environment, feeling the energy.
I think it was most of my dad's fights that he had that I felt that way. Because I went to all of them. And then obviously being a kid, I have my son, he's going to do his first amateur fight. He's going to be 10 years old. And he sees people coming up to me and my dad and oh my God, blah, blah, blah. And then so he's like, I want to fight, I want to be a fighter too. And so I get the appeal. I was there before, you see everybody giving your dad praise and all this stuff. And you obviously want to be a part of that and have people,
Sure.
say, wow, to you as well. So I'm excited and nervous all at once. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
It's going to be the title tournament in May 12th through the 14th. And I know, I'm sure, because me and my dad are going to be in the corner, that there's going to be kids showing up just to fight my son. You know what I mean? We going to beat him.
What you went through.
Nobody else. We going to beat him.
Just what you went through. Yeah.
Same way. Because, of course, I'm going to be there. My dad's going to be there. But my son can handle himself. He's a
so.
Hey, I heard
he lives out in the mountains now, yeah? He lives in Big Bear. He's here now, but he lives in Big Bear.
Yeah, we talked to him. We interviewed him a couple months ago, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, Big Bear. I mean, which is good. I mean, I get it because I'm
where you at right now?
I'm in Los Angeles myself.
Oh yeah, you're in LA?
LA?
Yeah, you gotta get up out of there, man.
Yeah.
I'm in Brooklyn. Brooklyn.
Where Brooklyn at?
Brooklyn. Zoo. Well, so was there any fight of your dad's that you were at that stands out in your mind specifically, where you're like, is there anything, or there's so many I know, but is there one that really stands out to you?
I mean, my dad beat Oscar. That was forever. That the first time that'll forever be ingrained in my head.
Dude, I saw your dad beat Oscar De La Hoya in the national
Yeah.
championships, and they
But
gave
you
it to
thought
us.
Shane won?
Oh, I knew he won. Everybody knew he won.
But
They took it from him.
what's it called? Also, too, my dad beat Margarito. Like that was a big one, Margarito, because you know, it was big. It was just big for boxing. I felt like that was important for boxing. I'm glad that that got exposed. I'm pretty like sad that like they allowed him to fight again after that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? And I get it. I realize the reason why they allowed him to fight again because they wanted Cotto to get that back. So I understand that from the get back standpoint. But like, let that be a one off, and then be like, all right, you're done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let get his revenge, and then it's done for you. You know what I mean?
The funny thing with that fight was like your dad was so dominant. Even if his hands were the way they were, it wouldn't have made a difference. I mean, he just wiped them.
I don't think so either. And I'm gonna say this, and then I gotta get going, fellas. But
No problem.
my dad, you know, like obviously I think I was 19 years old. I was still, so I was, we're going to a fight or whatever like that. And I get there to the arena and I see him, and as I see him, he's about to like walk out to the ring. And so like literally, like as he's walking to the ring and I'm walking into the like dressing room, like he stops me. He's like, Shane, like this is how you supposed to win. This is how you're supposed to fight a fight. Like watch this. Like just very much like this is how you're supposed to get it done. Watch. Wow. And then walks out to the arena. Like literally like just like watch this. And, like watch me work. And so it was the most incredible thing ever. And like literally he walks out and like
dominates.
Destroys.
Yeah.
We're talking one of the last best performances of my dad.
Wasn't he like 38 at that fight? He was like older.
He was 38.
Yeah. Very impressive. Very impressive.
Super impressive.
All right, man. Well, we don't want to keep you. I know you got to go. Thanks for talking to us. Maybe after your next fight, we'll do it again.
Yeah, absolutely. Please.
All right. Hey, man. Give all your love to your dad, man. I've known him my whole life.
Thank you. Peace.
So much.
All right.